Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Daredevil issue number 2. This was a fantastic book. There's a part here at the very end that made me a little bit mad, but it is what it is. Let's take a look, see what we got in here. This is No Fear, Part 2. K-N-O-W, Fear, Part 2. Chris. Chip Zdarsky is the writer. Marco Cicchetto is the artist. Sonny Rowe on colors. VC's Clayton Cowles on letters. The cover art is done by Julian Totino Tedesco and a bunch of different variant artists. And yeah, there we go. So those cops, Detective Wolf and the other guy, North and Wolf. It's North and somebody else. I think the other guy's Wolf. Who cares? He's just the punk, all right? He's the side piece. He's the nothing, all right? These two both are chasing down Daredevil to try to look for scenes, evidence, wherever. And they actually go and visit the Kingpin. That has got to be one of the best Kingpin meetings ever. Kingpin's had some great meetings. Those ones where he does the little subtleties, the threats of violence, but, you know, undercover. He's letting you know that he knows who you are, who you love, and where they are. Because like that's just the Kingpin. That was a perfect meeting. And North is just like, I won't let this guy rattle me, but you can tell he's rattled. Comes up and he meets him, and he's thinking to himself afterwards, he smells like, what was it? Meat and something else. Let me tell you what you smelled like to him. Fear. That's what you smelled like, all right? But, aftershave and meat. That's what it is. But this guy just smelled like fear to the Kingpin. I guarantee you that. Daredevil's going around. He's trying to figure a bunch of things out. Like, you know, could he have possibly killed this guy from the previous issue? Is it a possibility that he made a mistake? He refused to believe it, you know? And it's a messed up thing. I was just learning recently, I think Monday, what had been Sunday. I was just taking some time reading, and I found something about our confidence in our own abilities and how we shouldn't be quite so confident, because there are a lot of times when we think, oh, there's no way I'm going to screw this up. There's no way I'm wrong about this. And it turns out we're really wrong. When you actually take some kind of examination or you're questioned about something, it's like it's shameful. You know what I'm saying? How little we really know about things. You know, we'd like to think if we went back in time 10 years, 100, let's say 100 years, 1,000 years, whatever, it's like, oh, we'd be the king of the world because we'd be able to invent all these different things. And there's like nothing that we can invent for the most part. I mean, even with me, former engineer, what am I going to do? I'd have to invent all the tools that I use in order to make things. I don't know how to do that. So like we'd all be useless. We'd all be pretty much useless in the past. We wouldn't have the skills of then and the skills of today. Ain't none of us going to be able to build a cell phone from scratch. We can't even make a ballpoint pen, for crying out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So Daredevil's starting to realize that maybe, just maybe, he might actually have made a mistake. At the same time, this doctor that he goes up and meet, the guy who actually pronounced the guy dead at the scene, he's sitting there and he's like, you know, the surgical precision which you hit, the way that you clearly know the human body, you should have been a doctor. That's just a very small portion of the scene, but the way that the whole scene went, it made me rethink Daredevil. I love when a comic book can do that. A hero that we just know so well. Duh, who doesn't know Daredevil? Especially after the Netflix series, right? Nah, man, I got this, and I just started rethinking Daredevil completely. I'm like, why is he a lawyer? Why isn't he a doctor instead, right? Because he could be. Perfect. And who doesn't want their son to grow up to be a doctor or a lawyer, right? This guy could have been both. So, the very end of this comic book was about as trippy gets. I don't know where they're going to go with this. I will say this. Cops shooting at people who... First off, issue number 16 of Amazing Spider-Man, which just came out this week too, I forgot to mention in there that some cop went and shot at Billy Connors, the Lizard's son. I was infuriated reading that, but like so much happened in there, I just forgot about it. I forgot to mention it. I'm remembering it now because in here, cop shoots a Daredevil, and it's like, dude, he's a suspect. Oh, he's fleeing the scene? Okay, go follow him. You're a bad cop if you're shooting at people. All the stuff they're trying to show, that Chip's trying to show and how good a cop this is, I think that Chip's a smart guy, so I imagine that he's doing this on purpose. He used to be a reporter. You know what I'm saying? I think he knows where this is really going, where he wants us to think, whether we're thinking or not. A cop who shoots at a suspect? Wrong answer, bro. You don't see a gun in his hand and really make sure it's a gun, not a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Not something like that. And if it's a knife, you don't need to shoot somebody. That's what tasers are for, all right? But shooting at a suspect who's fleeing, you screwed up and you shouldn't be a cop. Conversation's over. There is no rebuttal. Just stop, all right? If you're wanted for questioning and you get scared and you run away or something like that, forget about, flying off on a billy club. You sure as hell don't want some cop shooting at you because, oh man, he's a suspect though. Yeah, but he hasn't been tried. You're not even charging with anything. So that's just a bit too much, man. So yeah, I see this and there's no way I'm rooting for this cop. Nope, not going to happen. He's a bad cop. He should lose his badge. He should lose his gun. And he should go to jail for just shooting a guy who you haven't charged with anything, bro. Anyways, he didn't say stop, you're under arrest or anything nothing like that happened. Nothing like that happened. Anyways, fantastic book. I love when a book can get me thinking, rethinking about a character and just getting angry or getting some kind of an emotion. That always, as long as it's not an emotion of anger because the book sucked. and that nowhere near happened here. So go ahead and check the book out, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.